So today we're speaking with Andy Bull, and Andy is a singer-songwriter, as they say, from Sydney. And do you want to tell us a little bit of a brief bio on yourself?
Oh, well, I've been writing music for a long time.
Mm.
I think I started writing music when I was like 14 or 13 or something.
Yeah.
I'm 26 now, so it's been, writing music has been, and performing music's been a really good avenue to kind of experience life through.
Yeah.
I wrote a song called Dog, which is
pretty popular these days.
Yeah, surprisingly, I guess it's become sort of like not a hit, but my
you can say it.
Well, it's been getting lots of attention,
right?
Which is funny because the subject matter on the one hand might seem maudlin or not appealing,
right? Well, it's about depression.
Yeah, and specifically it came from having a conversation with my girlfriend about, like, first conversation where you go, I gotta tell you something. I guess because of the nature of the song, it's a response that I've been getting from people who've heard it has been of an equally personal nature.
Yeah, right.
So people have been saying it's been good to hear a song that explicitly deals with that.
Mm-hmm. But
it was never my intention to solve anyone's problems, or
right.
It was not. You have to be careful when you're writing music about stuff like, a mood disorder, or that sounds more clinical than I need it to sound, but because you don't want to come in sounding like, well, I know everything there is to know about it, so here's a song that I'm going to write about.
Yeah, and then do some charity work, like put a big concert for the world or something.
Yeah, that'd just be weird.
Yeah.
But when people write political songs and they write, the fish in the sea died, and all the leaders don't care, and there's war, and you're like,
and they have some photos taken, like petting a baby.
Like it's really didactic and kind of one-dimensional, so it wasn't.
Yeah. And it seems pretty ingenuine as well. I think it kind of seems a bit like when they kind of do that whole, look at me, I'm solving the world's problem. It kind of seems.
Mr. President. All that kind of stuff. Yeah. So it was really important because it was not meant to be like a grand statement of any kind.
Yeah.
Well, first and foremost, probably it's just there's the personal element, because it's probably an experience that a lot of people can relate to, quite a lot of people can relate to. And the way that I feel when I hear artists who say something that I've been meaning to say but didn't know how, is I'd gravitate towards that song or that artist because I'm like, it's like recognition, do you know what I mean? It's like, I think maybe with this song, people have just felt it's just been a relief for especially for younger people as well. I've had correspondence from people who are starting to feel bad for the first time in their life, teenagers and stuff. Like that's when I started to feel. That's when I first sort of felt like, what is this,
Yeah.
And
in high school, sort of.
Like 12, 13.
Yeah, right. So pretty early.
Yeah,
like year 7, 8 kind of thing.
Yeah. Coincidentally, at the same time, I developed an interest in music as well. So there you go.
Is that a coincidence, though?
Well, no, it wouldn't be.
Yeah.
Not a coincidence. It was refreshing to see someone who I admired living a worthwhile life despite having difficulties. Actually, it's good to see it's a normal part of life.
Yeah.
And you can have a normal life.
Yeah. Despite
having an ongoing relationship with depression or manic depression or whatever.
Yeah. Can you give us an example of what sort of stuff you were listening to at the time?
Yeah, well, Can
I guess Nirvana might be one of them?
No, this is the thing. My teenage years, I was just obsessed with old school like R&B and soul.
Yeah, right.
All of
Like
that.
Michael Jackson and
Yeah, Curtis Mayfield, Stevie
Yeah,
Wonder, Donny
Stevie
Hathaway,
Wonder,
all
man.
this kind of stuff. Like,
because a lot of that sort of stuff is, and there are some pretty serious things in there, but a lot of it is quite a bright sort of tone to it,
yeah. But often what they were singing about was like struggle or whatever. I
Yeah.
was like, damn, like they can sing about struggle and having all these issues and like still make life joyful. Like,
Yeah.
so it's not something that I experienced as a teenager and no longer experience.
Yeah.
It's something I experience continually,
Right.
but my experience of it is changing.
Yeah.
It's different.
In that you can actually control it rather than it controlling you.
Well, I can at least rationalise it a bit more.
Yeah. Okay.
I know what it is now.
Mm.
You know, when it first happened, I didn't know what it was.
Mm.
And now at least I know what it is,
Mm.
which makes it a little bit easier to deal with it.
Yeah.
Still, I get periods several times a year when it's just like, it's bad.
Mm.
Like, for weeks, months at a stretch.
Mm.
Usually the longest it lasts for me is sort of 3 or 4 months.
Mm.
It's not who I am.
Mm.
And it needs to be something that needs to be acknowledged and dealt with, because it isn't who you are. So it doesn't deserve any more time. Yeah. So it's an ongoing relationship, an ongoing experience.
Yeah.
You get better at picking little signposts
Mm.
and going, okay, time to step on the gas now. Like,
Yeah.
okay.
You go and recognise it.
Yeah, you go, it's creeping in. But you can nip it in the bud too. You know what I mean? Keep it in check. You learn to, like I said, learn to see it as a transient state
Mm.
and like a warning or a tool.
Yeah.
I know that for some people it's very severe and it's not so easily rationalised as that.
Mm.
But for me, that's how I try to see it. And that helps a little bit,
No, I mean the idea that when you're younger and you think, I feel like shit,
Yeah.
and then later on you can go, actually looking back, I'm actually doing okay now.
Yeah,
I'm doing what I like doing.
Yeah.
I'm
More than
making
okay, I'm
music.
really proud of it. Like, I'm really proud of what I've done. Actually, I've done good, you know what I mean? Despite all the concerns I had.
Yeah.
Damn, I did things that there's things that I really wanted to do
Mm.
that I haven't done. I haven't been able to do, or I've fallen short, or whatever's happened. And actually, I'm glad that those things didn't happen. And instead of those things, even more wonderful things have happened. Like, the goals that I had seem smaller than what I've actually managed to do.
Mm.
And I think the biggest goal you can have is just to have a clean mind, you know what
Yeah.
I mean? That's a win, you know what I mean? And then everything else that follows after that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For me,
No.
no, still learning.
Yeah. Because your perspective is constantly changing.
Mm.
So it's kind of erroneous to say, I figured it out now.
Yeah.
Well, you haven't. You figured it out in that moment for that particular thing.
Yeah.
Not being overly hard on yourself,
Mm.
but not being like manically self-loving either. Do you know what I mean? Like, just go, listen, I'll do this. If it's crap, I'll throw it away.
Right.
If it's good, I'll keep it. Doesn't matter, I'm going to write 1,000 songs this year. You know what I mean? So I haven't figured out a formula for how to make it work,
Mm.
but I'm getting more familiar with the mindsets that allow me to work better,
Yeah.
including approaching it without any expectation.
Yeah.
Like, write for the trash bin. Don't put any pressure on it. Don't try to contrive an outcome.
Yeah.
Like,
If you write a song and it's not quite what you thought.
Yeah,
You
don't,
know,
yeah.
you're not gonna,
don't
like-
waste your energy polishing it to.
Right.
So put your energy.
Polishing it to.
Put your-
That could be a lyric, man. You
Yeah.
can make a song.
Totally.
Polished to.
Baby, I want to polish your turd.
Yeah.
Nice. No, like
Who would do backup vocals on that song, do you think?
the guy from. It's gotta be the guy from Nickelback, because you know you go.
Yeah!
Exactly. That would be mental.
Dude,
And the guy from Creed is